Oh, hey, welcome back, everybody. We're going to be doing something really, really quick. We're going to be showing you how to take this from Zoom. Take your, if you did a podcast, for example, or if you did any kind of recording, we're going to be taking the audio in this particular case for a podcast that I just finished up. Here's the podcast. Now, you can change this stuff if you feel like it. I like to just because I like to keep track of them. But typically, I'll have it, I'll just leave it like that because I know the order in which they came out. All right. So here's the recording. We're going to download the files already. So I've got those. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and I'm going to grab those. But we're going to be doing something a little bit different today. We're going to put things, man, we got to go fast because I typically put this out at noon on Saturday. And guess what? It's 12:39. So I'm going to show you a couple little hacks I do here. Now I'm going to pull up the program that I'm going to use to put it on. All right, you guys can see that right here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just go ahead and put the other pieces that I'm going to need. I'm just going to stack them side by side. All right, so you'll be able to see this a little bit. Maybe I can pull it over here. Okay, let's go ahead and do this real quick. You know, I just need to be able to access this real quick. So let's go ahead and put it like this. I don't need to see that top part. No, I don't need that. All right, I just need what I'm going to be needing. All right, so I'm going to grab this, put it over here really, really quick. And then I'm going to show you a couple other things. Let's go ahead and move that a little bit so I can see it a little bit better. Now, of course, you can make this bigger if you want to. I want to keep it this size so I can have that right there and I can see it. All right, so we can click here, import it, or you can just drag it in. I see that I'm going to need a couple other things, but let's go ahead and do this. All right, I just want the audio. All right, so we're going to bring that over in there. We're just going to pull it on down and drop it in. All right, drop it in there, and it should show up here in a second. Yes, come on, show up. There it is. All right, so it pulled over in there. It's going to be the actual show today. And then what I want to do is on the desktop, I think I've got some, I got the intro, not that one, I want the other intro music, there it is. All right, so I'm going to bring that over. So you can pull that down too. Go ahead and pull that down in there too. It's not letting me do it. Come on, Ryan. It's not letting me do it right now. Come on. All right, so let's do it another way. All right, let's grab it with import media. All right, so import media, I'm going to go ahead and grab it that way. Import media, yes. Why is it spinning around? All right, I'm going to import the media. That area. Okay, so see that it's going a little slower than I like it to go. Why is this going slow? Let's see if we can get over here. Now, typically it's going like, you know, really just this that day. And hit, let's see if we can, I can find it and make it faster. That's the episodes. I don't want that. I want the intro. All right, let's go ahead and put the intro here. Intro to intro music. Yeah, that's what I want. Oh, I know why it's not coming over. Because it's really kind of saying, hey, look, this is not what you want. You don't want it from there. Okay, I know what it's doing. All right, so, and these are some of the little quirks that, you know, even when you're trying to go fast because you're, you know, running a little bit behind, you got to recognize that sometimes you just have things that don't always go at your speed, okay? So, you know, there's that. Let's go into, where did I put that? Did I put it in voice narration, documents maybe, intro, I don't know. All right, here it is, intro music. All right, let's bring it over that way. Okay, so that'll pop in there for you. And once it stops spinning, as you notice. Okay, I don't want you on, I just want you in. I bet you any money it probably started to line up somewhere. Look at that. See what happens? Yeah, I know. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a, we got it in there, all right? Now, I don't need that. Let's go back to this Now that we have it in there, then we're going to do something. I don't really need this open anymore, so let's go ahead and close that. Let's go ahead and give you a wide screen, see if you guys can see that all right. See if I got everything in there. All right, I think you can get it good enough. There it is. Okay. Doesn't have to be, again, when you're doing this stuff by yourself, and this is a little bit of a workshop, but you know, I would have made that a little that kind of stuff. But I just want to show you this real quick. So let's go ahead and bring your music down in there. Now, this is what you're going to be using at the beginning of, and I've done a video on this before, but I love doing these when you have something, a new process, a new way you're going to do something. Why not go ahead and show that? Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and move this a little bit. Bring it on down. I like to do a couple of things. I got the track there that I'm going to leave there for a minute because I'm going to be doing a little thing. Then what we're going to do is just adding some pieces. I got the music, but I like to do something with the music, okay? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take that, and I want to fade this music out a little bit. All right, so I'm going to fade that out, the music out right here. All right, so that'll fade it out. But then what I like to do too, I'm going to stretch this out a little bit just to give us a little space. I like to do a voice narration. I did this video the other day, and the voice narration was okay, but you guys get a chance to see me do it a little bit slower. I wanted to take as many minutes as I possibly could to do this for you guys so you can see it. I went fast the last time, but I had other little things when you're putting stuff side by side just so you can grab, drop, and drag. Doesn't always work. Sometimes it goes over real well. I just switched over to, you guys, I know, don't talk about me, but I just switched over to 2010, Microsoft 2010, because my other one was working, but you know, I'm giving that computer away and doing some other stuff. All right, no problem. All right, so let's do some voice narration. I want to do a voice narration. I had a new guest host on today, and we did. John, he was my normal guest host. He was really busy fulfilling an order for a couple of huge retail spots, so he was doing some stuff. I had to have this my guest host come on, and we had a really good time. All right, so you get a chance to hear me put this together. You get a chance to do your voice narration through this button right here. Right, so we're going to do a voice narration. All right, it's telling you what mic. It's all good there. I found something out last week. If you're using Camtasia, which I use, then you want to make sure your mic is plugged in. Boy, this thing was driving me nuts. I couldn't understand why it wasn't working. But you want to have it plugged in before you start Camtasia. Otherwise, it takes forever to recognize it. Okay, so let's get this voice narration in here. This narration is going to be about how you build your business. Are you building it on sand? A business built on sand will not last. You hear the voice? Yeah, there it is. All right. So listen in. A business built on sand will not last. Listen in as guest host Rob Heath Sr. and I talk about ways to build a good, solid, and lasting business. Enjoy. Okay, sounds pretty good. You know, it shouldn't be too bad. Let's see if we can, if you want to listen to it, let's go ahead and turn off this track, right? See, I'm turning off this track right here. I see stuff is just kind of not clicking well. All right, so let's go ahead and listen to it real quick. Business done sand, not last. Listen in as guest host Rob Heath Sr. and I ways to build a good business. Okay, that's good enough, right? Pretty good, not too bad. It's your intro. Let's go ahead and turn this back on, and then let's go ahead and drop it in there. All right, now this is something I like to do too, right? And let's drop it in, bring this back over. All right, you see that one's already going, the music's going to kind of fade down, but I want to fade into the conversation. So what I like to do is go back to voice narration. That's right there on the side there. Bring in fade in, drop that right here. Oops, shoot. Go where I want it to go. All right. I don't want to fade in that narration. I want to fade in this narration. All right, so let's do that again. Drop it right there. So it fades that in. We should be good. Okay, all right. Now, that gives you what you need for your podcast. You just put it together really, really quick. Okay, and let's see. We took 10 minutes to do that. That's good. That's awesome. That's not too bad. And all of the screen is not showing, but you get a chance to see it. I'm going to move this around a little bit. All right, now here's your areas where you're going to use that. I'm going to show you. I'll probably do a whole video on Camtasia. If you want me to, I'll do one on Camtasia altogether. It has its own little ways. I use Camtasia. I use 2 to 3 different other ones depending on what I'm doing. I try to keep it cost effective because Camtasia is it's not very expensive, but not super cheap either, right? And then you got some free services out there too. As you notice, I used Screencast-O-Matic earlier, or when I'm using Screencast-O-Matic to use this, I could actually use Camtasia as a screen capture too, but I like to play around with all the tools, so I use this one. All right, so let's go ahead and now we are prepared to share this. I'm going to hit the share button. Let's see if you can see that part. It's going to ask you where you want it to go. If you notice that, I'll move it up a little bit. And it's asking you where you want it to go. All right, I want to go to a local file first. We're going to do that first because I want to do this in a specific way. It's saying, okay, this is MP4 audio only. Yep, that's good. That's good. Yep, I want that. And then we're going to go ahead and title our project. And then we're going to get the 2 business guys. Mastermind, and I like to even put it on here episode. This is 24, episode 24, and then we're going to say, and I like to say Rob Heath Senior guest host. All right, and then production name. That's enough for that one. I'll put on some of the other areas. When I put them onto the platform, episode 24, I'm just going to call it that. And it's going to go over here and look at this, users, videos. Now you can have it go to something else, but again, Camtasia just doesn't like that. It just does not like to go over into these other, anything other than your hard drive. Right? It used to drive me crazy when I had a computer that didn't have a lot of room on it. All right, 24, Rob Heath Senior, guest host. Okay, that's good. Let's finish it out. All right, now it's going to render and we are done. All right, I hope you guys have been able to take a look at this, get some value out of it, and start doing it for your own self. It's going to render for a little bit because I got multiple computers now. I can go work on something else. All right, hey guys, we'll talk to you another time. I want to stay under a 15-minute clip so that I didn't put anybody to sleep. Okay, all right, let's talk again next time. See ya.